Como ça va, y'all? Danny here with Cajun Hydroponics. Boy, well, just a little bit about what's been going on. Besides the work in the shed, and got some other stuff going on. But I did do some amending on the beds, the raised beds in the back, and it seems to be working well. But turn you around. So I have a couple clips that I want to put in right here, hopefully. So to start with, we're going to talk about it in case I can't find the clips. Besides picking the little bit of grass we get every once in a while, what I did was come in here and I added a bale of peat moss, which is 3 cubic feet, and a bag of perlite, which is 4 cubic feet, to each bed. Then I tilled it in with the breakdown of the soil starting mix that we had started with all these beds. It actually seems to be doing well. It's holding water better. It's also draining water when we get a lot of rain. It's only holding so much. It's not like the dirt. It's working really well. Excuse me. As far as what we got, it already looks, even in this intense heat we're already getting plants that are working. Well, they're taller than we had the whole spring. So so by putting the stuff in, seems to be working. We also added 5 pounds of triple 13 into the mix whenever we amended the soils with the peat moss and stuff. You could see the grass is taking over. We got stuff going on I'm trying to get done. These plants right here are market moors. Pop started them and they're doing all right. I mean, the ones that are growing are doing good. We planted a lot more than that. They were planted 1 plant per foot they were actually a little bit larger. They were probably 18 inches whenever we put them in the ground. So that's not ideal, especially with the heat. So we did lose a lot. On the top, you know, I had a piece of shade cloth that had ripped and I wanted to give it a shot to see if it helps. And as you can see, it really has helped keep the plants alive. The ones that get the afternoon, boy, the ones on the left side, basically on the west over here, the ones on the west side get most of the shade. The ones on the east side, they don't get near as much. I was thinking that the sun coming up in the morning wouldn't be as hot, but apparently it's not working out well for them. These are all Dasher 2 cucumbers. We're going to be planting some more soon. Not the Dasher 2s, but we're going to be interplanting on the east side to fill in the gaps. Probably going to end up pulling out most of those plants. They don't look like they're doing well. They're not, the leaves aren't growing well, and they just seem to be having issues. So we're going to be taking care of all that and filling up the beds. We wasn't planning on planting a late spring, early fall planting. After I did the amendments on the beds, I wanted to give it a shot. Pop was starting some seeds for himself, so we went ahead and put them in just to see. Yesterday, I forgot a pot of beans on the soaking for 24 hours, and the little tails were popping out, some field peas. So I came and I planted in a 22-foot row of field peas. We have some green beans that we're going to be planting, all pole beans. See, we have pole beans we're going to plant right here, and then some more pole beans on the other side. We're going to fill in the trellises. I think I want to start some zucchini to see how they work, you know, in the late fall. Just got a few things we're looking to try. So the shade cloth, once I get everything braced up on the trellis system, I'm pretty sure we're going to invest in some shade cloth for next year for this time of year. It was in the plans. It's a good experiment that we did right here to be able to see how it's going to work out with the huge shade cloth, not having to invest a bunch of money, because it's probably going to end up being, you know, between $500-600 for the shade cloth to cover this whole section. We want to put it across the whole thing. That was the reasoning with putting the tomato trellises up as high as we did and lowering them on the outside to where we have a little bit of an angle to it when we put it up. So got a lot of bracing to do before we can get to that. Got a lot of other stuff to get done. We're gonna try to fit in about 200 broccoli plants at different stages of the game here, in the raised beds in the front, and in some buckets. So, y'all have a good one. South Louisiana, boy, even when it's raining, you gotta love it. Y'all grow that. Later.